the passion for the work I do today started at a young age. My mother was a lifelong educator who was committed to supporting students from low-income families. Growing up with my mother and sister in Mobile, Alabama, I was attached to her hip. And so I would always be in the schools with her, helping her, supporting her any kind of way. And through that, I would see things. I would see things like a student throwing a desk across a classroom. I would see things like a student coming into the building when it's 40 degrees outside. You know, it doesn't get that cold in Mobile. But without any type of coat on and a short sleeve shirt. I would see things like a baggie packed for the weekend that had canned goods and non-perishable items for them to take home. And I wondered why, being the inquisitive young mind, others would call it nosy, that I was. And then there was this one moment. It was the end of the quarter, and I was supporting my mother and all the other teachers and putting the end of quarter grades inside the different boxes. And, you know, me being privileged to have my mother who was a teacher, who made sure that I had housing insecurity and food security, housing security and food security, and supported me. And I was making A's, you know, sometimes B's. And I saw these grades and I was like, these students are doing horrible. Are you all doing your job? And then that's when my mother gave me the biggest reality check of my life. She said, some of these students come in and they didn't have electricity last night. Some of these students come in and they didn't have water last night. Some of these students have not a bed to sleep on, or some of these students do not have a home to go to when they leave this place. Some students have learning disabilities that go unsupported. Some students continually face and deal with the realities of poverty. And through that, I realized that many of these students did not have an opportunity. And that became my passion for all the work I do. I started through the K-12 space looking at tutoring and mentoring programs, and then I was like, K-12 is not enough. I have to expand. I looked into early childhood and most recently workforce development. And through this recent path on workforce development, I got an email, and it was talking about a MAP fellowship. I looked on the email, clicked on the website, and I looked at the first challenge, and I said, that's it. I looked at the mentor, and I said, she's it. Dr. Jackson is a trailblazer in finding pathways for individuals for upward economic mobility, new profit, a venture philanthropy organization working to find solutions and creative solutions and fund leaders who do that work. I said, count me in. And that's what happened. From the first connection that we had, we knew that we were going to make something amazing happen and something very impactful together. And so from the first meeting, what we did, she gave me the list of policies that they were already working on. And I was reading through those policies, and I was just so invigorated through it. I was like, wow, all right, we can create integrated data systems to track these. We can look at youth apprenticeship and adult apprenticeship programs. That's incredible. How to use community colleges in those ways with workforce development organizations. All these ideas and things, and I studied it. I spent a lot of more time, and she gave me that time to go through it. And then I'm gonna paraphrase some words that she said to me, and but she kind of told me like this. After doing all of that work and understanding all these policies, she said, just like LeBron, we're gonna take our talents to South Beach. And so Miami-Dade County, here we go. Miami-Dade County is one of the greatest in terms of upward economic mobility in Florida, but there's still a lot of work to do. And there are also a lot of people who are in place who are doing great work and ready to support it. So throwing us in this project to it was incredible, because not only were we able to connect and work with the county government, work with workforce development boards, work with the Miami-Dade college system, and see what ways can we create strategies and recommendations to tie all of these together, which was incredible to do. And so from this experience, I not only learned that there is so many innovative ways to try and tackle this issue, but also that each of you sitting in here in this room play a role in making this better. Whether you're on the public side and working in nonprofits, government, or philanthropy, and creating the trainings or the landscape so that individuals can take on and find ways to upskill, or if you're working the private side and accepting individuals who may not come through traditional pathways and understanding the power and the work and the trainings that they've done and accept those into your organizations, we all have this duty to help support upward economic mobility for those living in poverty. Thank you so much. All right.